An Australian-run soccer program is keeping kids off drugs and away from crime in Bangkok's most notorious slum. Children in Klong Toi are commonly exposed to family violence, alcohol abuse and drug dealing, all of which are rampant in the slum, where about 100,000 people live in an area covering just 2 square kilometres. Southeast Asia correspondent Zoe Daniel reports.
In the tough streets of Klong Toi, there's no grass. But that doesn't stop these children from playing soccer. They're used to doing things hard. The club sees about 100 children a day who emerge from their homes in the slum to play each afternoon. It was started by Ash Barker, who founded the Melbourne charity Urban Neighbours of Hope before he moved to Bangkok with his own family. They live in Klong Toi, witnessing the day-to-day of slum life.
Where we live in our house, every night you hear the fights, and the fights over turf, the turf wars. I mean, you're talking, guns, you're talking knives and samurai sword fights. There's yelling, there's screaming all the time, and so that's got worse this year. We've been here 10 years, and certainly this year has been the worst of it. Children
here are seriously vulnerable to abuse. They're frequently exposed to alcohol and drug use and sometimes caught up in the drug trade. The soccer club is funded with donations and helped out with equipment and uniforms from unlikely places. These second-hand jumpers were given by the AFL's Auskick program.
It's building people's strength and capacity and health to be able to cope with all that they're faced with. So while a lot of people don't get how important it is, yeah, a lot of Australians do, and a lot of Australians understand, I think, why sport can help people stay, young people stay out of courts and out of jails and out of drugs.
They learn here about unity and having discipline, which some kids don't have at all at home. They're trained in how to be disciplined. They're also taught to love each other and to help each other.
Life has always been tough here, but like all big Asian cities, Bangkok is growing. Worldwide, more people now live in urban environments than rural areas, and about 1 billion are slum dwellers. Income pressure leads to illicit activity, and here that's being fed by the drug trade, particularly with methamphetamine being sold on the streets. The coach takes me to see 84-year-old Auntie Amina, who lost her own son to meth use and has been taking a community approach to policing ever since.
We can't order them not to sell drugs. We only work with police to arrest them. The users will be sent to rehab and the dealers will be taken by police.
She says young men are the most commonly addicted in the slum, and that's because many have grown up with parents who are dealers and have used them as couriers from a young age.
Men mostly go out, not like women who stay at home more, but men will get around. And the men are addicted to drugs mostly because their parents are dealers. The ones with parents who are not dealers are not addicted.
A night spent in Klong Toi gives an inkling of what children are exposed to. As well as alcohol and drug abuse, glue sniffing is extremely common. It's partly driven by boredom and peer pressure. 17-year-old Benz was addicted to sniffing glue before he took up soccer at the club.
I was addicted to it for 3 years. Then a group of friends asked me to play football. I did, and I enjoyed it. I like it. So I come and play every day and have changed from sniffing glue to playing football instead.
He's now one of the oldest here. Most of his friends are in jail.
They like to sniff glue at night and they were all arrested by police. Now there's only the younger group still here. I told them to stop, but they still kept doing it. In the end, they were all arrested by police.
The frightening thing is that the kids who don't come to training today, we were really worried about them because they're being picked off by organised crime and mafia and drugs and glue and methamphetamine. So, if they're not here, they're getting in real trouble. They're really at risk of horrible things happening to them.
This gives these kids another place to be. Zoe Daniel, Lateline.